Yeah, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So we have to deploy the Terraform code to create the Azure resource group using the Terraform. Okay, so what we have to do, I have to open the Visual Studio Code because my code is written in the Terraform format using the Visual Studio Code. So also you have to deploy using the Visual Studio Code also. So let me create one directory like the Terraform, which would be work as a workspace. I have to add this folder inside the Visual Studio Code. So let me open it and let me add this directory inside my Visual Studio Code. So let me open the folder and let me define the path of this directory which I just created. Let me go to the desktop and I have to select the Terraform directory here. Let me click on yes to trust this location. So it is my directory in which I have to write my code. So Terraform code, like the file generally, the extension will be TF like the Terraform. Let me take an example like the main.tf file. TF stands for Terraform. And let me open the Terraform block. Generally, the main.tf, or you can say the Terraform block, file should have the three block. One is the Terraform block, and second is the provider, and the third is the our actual resource which you want to deploy. Okay, Terraform, like, because we have to deploy through the Terraform, so we have to, we have the first block, like first we have to, to write the Terraform block, like which version we have to download and we have to set up. We have to define here. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, it is my Terraform block, and second we have to write for the provider, like we are using for the Azure, so the Terraform and the provider should be, we have to use for the Azure. Okay, second we have to put the provider block. Okay, don't need to remember anything, you just need to go internet and you can try to find out the block. Yeah, and while using it, I think if you do continuously, you can easily remember. But make sure if you know the logic behind it, then I think you don't need to remember anything. Okay, so let me try to find out the Terraform provider block for Azure. Okay, Terraform Azure provider, and let me find out the. Let me open the first URL. Oh, okay. Here you can see all the block are available. So let me copy as it is, and I can replace with the first one. And this is specifically for the Azure. Okay, so you don't need to change anything. Just let copy it and paste here. And let me replace this the first variable. I mean the block. Okay, and we'll use the Azure the latest version. Yeah, earlier I used to set up using the 2.7.0, but as for the latest document which I referring from the Terraform, I'm taking in to use the 3.0 version. And let me copy the provide block. So first time we are trying to deploy the code using the Terraform. So this time I'll use the AG login to like the login with my username and password. Okay, but the second time and then in the next session we'll try to authenticate using the our Azure principal, the service principal and the secret key. Okay, for the first time, this time we have to use the AG login using to authenticate using your email ID and the password. Okay, so now we have to in thirdly we have to put the actual resource block, like which resource you want to provision inside the Azure environment using the Terraform. That block we have to define here. So take an example, the timing we have to just create the resource block. you can say the resource group. Okay, so it is like you have to mention like the resource, what is the parameter defined like the azure rm resource group. Then you can take a like example, name equal whatever the name you have to define. Then what is the location would it would be, huh? So whatever the things you have done manually from the azure portal, similar kind of things you have to define here, huh? What is the location name, what is the name. Okay, so that's why I did manually before deploying using the Terraform. Okay, the code is ready, so let me do Terraform init. And if you want to validate the code, then you have to run the Terraform validate. Okay, this time I forget to run that validate, but you can do that. Okay, and it has initialize. So let me try to Terraform plan. Okay, so it will fail because it will we have not login with the Azure login, or we have not defined the Azure principal. Okay, so let me try to login using the Azure CLI. So let me Azure login. Yeah, it will open the portal, and I have to enter my email ID, like whatever the email ID I'm using for Azure portal to access. I enter that. Then let me enter the password here. Yeah, so I authenticated. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code. Let's see. Oh, something it is different error I'm seeing. It's saying no subscription found on this. How it's strange. Okay, I think I'm using Azure in the multiple laptop. I'm the multiple devices, so that's why it is asking to log in with the multi-factor authentication. Okay, let me try to log in using the multi-factor authentications. Okay, so let me copy this. Let me log in again. Let's see, otherwise I will try to log in using the MFA. Okay, let's see. Still it's coming the same error or different. Yeah, it's the same error. Okay, so okay, let me try to do AZ login and use my device code. Let's see whether it is working or not. If it does not work, then I have to use the third one. Okay, which is the tenant ID. Okay, AZ login hyphen tenant ID, then we have to use. Okay, so let me open this URL like the device login, and then I have to enter this code to authenticate. Let me open it. It just opened, and let me copy this code. Let me copy this code. It is the first time I encounter this kind of issue, because generally I using from the one laptop. For this time I used a multiple laptop. Okay, I like the multiple devices, so I think that is the error you are getting. Okay, let me see. Yes, still the same error. So let's do one thing. Let me try to log in using my tenant ID. Okay, I think that is the last approach we have to do. If you're doing for the first time, generally you should not get this error, because if you are using the only one device. Okay, so let me do like the Azure login hyphen tenant, and let me go to the Azure portal to find out the tenant ID. In order to get the find out the tenant ID, I have to go to the enter ID, or you can say AD. Okay, let me go to the enter ID from the Azure portal. Here is the enter ID, you can see, and I have to go to the overview, and you have to take copy this tenant ID, and let me paste here. Let me log in. It will send the one code, the unique code, to my email ID. So let me copy that security code, and let me copy it, and let me paste here to authenticate with my Azure account. Let me go to the Visual Studio Code to say the status. Yeah, so it seems so we have authenticated successfully. Okay, so now we can do Terraform plan, because without authenticate with the user, the Terraform plan generally it will not work. Okay, because generally it will check it's checking the Azure environment, right? So without authenticate, how does it work? So let me run the Terraform plan once again. My laptop and the internet is little bit slow, so that's the reason it's taking some time to, while giving the result of the Terraform plan. Mm. So in the meantime, you can see there is no any resource group, with the name like the your management group. Okay, there is no any kind of like the resource group name. Okay, there's two resource group, but that is the different name. Okay, so Terraform plan is showing here. Okay, so my resource group no, name would be example hyphen resources, which is not exist. Okay, so let me apply now. And let me approve it. So you have to enter yes if you want to approve to deploy, or you can say if you wish to provision this resource, then you have to enter yes so that it can accept and it can be approved to deploy this resource inside the Azure cloud. So it seems the resource group has been provisioned in the Azure environment. Just let me refresh and to see whether it is yeah. So it's taking some time to populate the resource group. It is already provisioned, but as I told you, my internet and the internet my and the laptop is little bit slow, so it is taking some time to reflect and like the whatever we have changes we have done in the Azure portal. So it is taking some time to reflect here. Okay, let me refresh again because that is already done from the okay for the Terraform side. Okay, but that is not reflecting as I told you due to some internet issue. Okay, yeah, you can see the example resource group is already created in the defined region. Like at the time in the code we have defined the location would be UST Europe. Okay, so in the defined location in the UST Europe, my resource group, the resource group, which is the example resources, has been provisioned. Okay, so it is the procedure to like to deploy the Terraform code to deploy your resources using the Visual Studio Code. So guys, you can check my video and you can follow my steps. In case if you require any kind of help apart from this, please let us know. Okay, so as I earlier we tried to create it, but let me try to destroy it also using the Visual Studio Code. I like to destroy using my Terraform code. Okay, so you can deploy like you can create or modify or you can destroy also. Okay, so let me destroy it. It is asking to if you want to if you want to remove it, then you have to make sure you have to approve it, right? But I already mentioned hyphen auto approve, so you don't need to mention yes or no because it will be to auto approve. By default, it will accept yes, then it will destroy automatic. Okay, so it will take some time, like it will take hardly 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, to remove it because there is no any resources you have deployed inside the resource group. Okay, so it will destroy within one minute. So in this video, we came to know how to deploy the resource group using the Terraform code by login like using the username and password. In the upcoming session, I will try to explain you without easy login how to use the service principal and the client secret key in order to authenticate using the Terraform with the Azure. Okay, so thank you guys. I will connect in the next session. So in the meantime, till the time, bye bye and goodbye. Okay, thank you guys.